Hey, this is Jackie with Salutio. In this video, I'm going to go over how to find the URL of a PDF added to the image manager or Docman. So this one's showing up here, which is fantastic. Well, I think it's not coming through, so that's good to know. Okay, so a couple of things that could be happening here. One is that this is just an article, so that should be coming through. I'm curious why it isn't. Usually there's something that not preventing, like the plugins aren't running. Why this is a very long file name. Okay, so get myself logged in here. There's also two things. In this instance, newsletter would be anything should also be down here. So if I open up this file in a new tab, it should be a very simple documents, newsletter, and then this is the respective newsletter itself. And for some reason it always adds file, but it doesn't have to add file there at the end. It'll automatically do that on its own. So, one, you can get, but this was added like a bulletin, not a newsletter. So that's where the difference is. This one was added in the article. So go to Article Manager. Let's search for newsletter in the categories. Newsletter. And so it's going to be the first one here. It's going to be this button. So this was added by clicking File here, and it would be a PDF in this folder. So that's not how the ones at the bottom are added, but this is, I guess, if you wanted to move these to a different folder, you could grab the current newsletter here and insert it. There's not a way, a means. Oh, sorry, that's just the picture. So I'm not going to save these changes. There's not a way to find that URL without adding it via the file button here. I guess there is a way to overcome it. You just have to be very technical. It's going to be images, stories, and then the respective file name if you know it. So if I use an example of another one. Oh, I didn't mean to save that. I'm sorry, sister. So how do I overcome that? Versions. I'm going to restore your one that you had there. I don't want to save. I'm sorry, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Close. I don't want that. I just want this one to be still this. Okay. So in the image manager, Summer 2020 compressed. This is what we're looking for. Images, stories, nope, this is the news folder. News, CPT, newsletter, compressed. Okay, so that's one way to go about it. A little bit of a complicated way to do it. The other thing, now that I have this on this screen, I'm going to download it, is, whoops, in the back end, or in the control panel, this now says add newsletter. It might have said, it did say add bulletin before. I'm going to add newsletter. And under the default is the newsletter category. So I can drag that file here. And I don't have to leave the name compressed there. How are these read? They read CPT newsletter and then the season and the year. So is that what we have here? Yes. Let me save and close that. And on the newsletter screen, there it is again. On the control panel, we can manage, remove newsletters, and we can delete any that we don't want to keep. So I'll go ahead and throw this one away, since it looks like it's duplicative of what you've got there. So I've hopefully answered your question, sister. The complicated way to find the file path, as well as the simple way. The other thing I want to point out from this URL is that there is a hidden documents page, newsletter, and those will be there. So hopefully that makes sense. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless.